Hello and welcome to Rejuvenate, a global spiritual and well-being summit, a platform for you to tap into your inner consciousness, reconnect with yourself, and rejuvenate your being. I am Ramona Arena, and I'm most pleased to be your host to inaugurate these beautiful 3 days that we have ahead of us. While we are here today to learn for ourselves from the greatest spiritual masters and experts, let me tell you how this journey came about. The Positivity Project, founded by Ms. Sangeeta Singh, a New Delhi-based journalist, was launched during the second wave of the pandemic. What started as a conversation between friends, as a spontaneous response to help people struggling at various levels, in no time became a full-blown movement to create a shift in the collective consciousness of the world using the knowledge of masters from various faiths and disciplines. The project hosted many successful talks with prominent teachers and masters. These proved to be a deeply healing experience for many who came to us asking for more. In response, Rejuvenate is our endeavor to offer 3 days dedicated to creating ease, good health, and mental well-being for all. Held virtually, this is where we will meet enlightened masters and experts from across the globe, experience powerful transformative sessions, and hear the experts of traditional wisdom share their secrets to living blissfully while creating abundance in all spheres of life. This is a unique opportunity to meet the best of the Eastern and Western minds who are committed to changing the world by changing individuals. After the absolutely challenging time that we have all collectively been through in the last 1.5 years, we would like to start the summit with a wish for world peace, good mental and physical health for all, and most of all, a deep desire for each of us to cultivate compassion, generosity of spirit, patience, and nourishment towards ourselves and others. It is indeed time for us to learn, to absorb, to practice, and bring about the much sought after balance in our lives. So let's dedicate these next 3 wonderful days to ourselves. Let's rejuvenate. On behalf of the Positivity Project, I would like to extend and to express my deepest gratitude to our brand supporters that have helped us take this vision forward. A very special thank you to our presenting partner, BTMC, our associate partner, Society T, thought partner, We Speak PR. Our vision has been supported by the Palace Collection by Adil Ahmed, Kama Ayurveda, and the Angels Network. Powered by India Ahead. Thank you to The Print, our digital partner, and Cab Experiences, our event partner. To formally inaugurate the summit with some powerful feminine energy, I would like to invite our guest of honor, Ms. Bandana Preyashi, Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Bihar, to say a few words. Ms. Bandana Preyashi is a 2003 batch IAS officer and is considered a hard taskmaster among Bihar bureaucrats. It was during the 2009 Lok Sabha elections that Ms. Preyashi, as the returning officer of Siwan district of Bihar, demonstrated her impressive administrative skills and conducted a largely peaceful poll. She has been an icon for many women who've wanted to follow in her footsteps in joining the civil services. A product of St. Stephen's College, she is an MA and MPhil in English literature. Apart from Siwan, she has worked as collector of Bhagalpur and Gaya and also served in the State Industries Ministry. Now, without further ado, let's hand it over to Ms. Bandana Preyashi. Over to you.
Thank you, Ramona, for that kind introduction. It gives me great pleasure, and I'm deeply, truly honored to be here associated with the Positivity Project. Sangeeta is a dear friend, and when she said that they want us to be associated with this, I thought this was an opportune time for us to get associated. The world, as we know, has changed in the last 1.5 years. It has been tough for all of us, and especially in the bureaucracy where we have been working non-stop to fight the COVID, its impact. I think it was something which was much awaited in Bihar. And when this project, as Secretary Art and Culture, when this project came to us, we thought it was an opportune time to spread the message of compassion, of spirituality, because without that, today we stand nowhere. In the last 1 year, we have introspected. We all have gone through a deep introspection about life, about what it means, about the ephemerality of life. And we realize that we need something beyond the everyday mundane realities. We need to deep dive into the meaning of life. What it offers us, and also the underlying spiritual.
All right. I think unfortunately that internet connection wasn't really working out, but hopefully we will be able to get Miss Preyashi back with us. So let's just try and see if she can come back and we can listen to her wonderful and kind words, very inspiring words as well, because she is such an inspiring woman after all. So let's see, are we able to get her back? Is she able to connect? Maybe we're just gonna switch the video off for now and just allow Miss Preyashi to continue talking so we can hear what she had to say to us. All right, I think we probably, all right, she's re-logging in now. Technical difficulties, this is what always happens when you're online, but it's quite all right. What's life without a little bit of a speed bump, huh? So, is she back on? Yes, I see her back on. I think we shall be.
Can I just speak
soon? There you go.
Hi, I'm sorry about the technical issue here. Yeah. Thank you so much, and apologies for the technical glitch. So I don't know how much you've heard, but I'll just start from the beginning and just say that I'm truly honored to be here and associated with the Positivity Project. This is a project that has come at a very, very opportune time, because the world, as we know, has changed in the last 1.5 years. We have told the things which we took for granted are being now questioned. We've lost our loved and dear ones. And there are so many restrictions that has made us think inwards, that has made us think about the meaning of life, the need for a spiritual anchor in our lives. So the Positivity Project brings over these much needed spiritual anchoring in our lives. We in the government, when we heard about this, as Secretary Art and Culture, Youth Affairs, Government of Bihar, when we got to know about this project, we were very excited, because it is the mental health is an issue which is being faced by all of us, and more so in the government, because the kind of trauma we have gone through in the last 1.5 years, working day and night amongst the people who are suffering, it has been has had a huge impact on us. So with a Bodhgaya Temple Management Committee, we have come together to be associated with the project, and we feel privileged to be associated with it. And next few days is going to be a deep dive into spirituality. We are going to dive into our inner selves for our own physical and mental well-being. I wish all the best to the participants, to the listeners, and we look forward to be associated with it. And best wishes. And we look forward to, again, if at all a third installment of the Positivity Project comes through, we'll be happy to be associated with it once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Preyashi. Your kind and welcoming words have provided us with immense inspiration for the day, not just today, but also for the next 3 days. Now joining us all the way from Bodhgaya, Bihar, we have the head of the Mahabodhi temple lighting a ceremonial lamp in front of the Bodhi tree, the place where the Buddha attained enlightenment. Monks will be chanting along and channeling tranquility to flow through our minds all day long.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dikena dhammamsila vilokavipa sambuddha udayami amudra udayami anasarapa dikena dhammamsila vilokavipa sambuddha udayami amudra udayami anasarapa dikena dhammamsila vilokavipa sambuddha udayami amudra Yassa mule nisidova sampari jaya nagavato sampayo shasrata mande rambodhi padapamine hete mahabodhi lokanate na pujita ambite namasami bodhi raja namasute manamam bodhi palangam ditiyam animisam vijaratiyam jangamanase Saturang Ratanagaran Pancamang Atapalan Samutalendra Kacatamang Satamang Rakayatanang Pancetan Bodhipadapang Maya Kammaru Dhamma Paripatiya Bhutam Kudemi Maya Kammaru Dhamma Paripatiya Dhammam Kudemi Maya Kammaru Dhamma Paripatiya Sangham Kudemi Atai Maya Kammaru Dhamma Paripatiya Jati Tara Vyati Maranama Parimokhi Sami Sabhitiyo Vivasanto Saparogo Vinasato Mate Bhavantantrayo Sukhiti Kayuko Bhava Abhivadana Sile Salita Mustapatayino Chattaro Dhamma Vatanti Ayuvano Mangalam bhavatu sabba mangalam rakantu sabba devata sabba bhavena sada bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakantu sabba devata sabba bhavena sada bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakantu sabba devata sabba bhavena sada bhavantu te.
That was absolutely powerful. And those birds chirping with them chanting just made it even more special. As we feel the equanimity of the chants flowing through us, we are at peace with our being today. I would now like to welcome Buddhist chanting master, singer, and UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador of Nepal, Ani Choying Drolma. She is a Buddhist nun who has created a space in the international music scene with her soulful singing of Buddhist chants, mantras, and the folk music of Nepal. Trained in the tradition of Buddhist chanting and meditation, rituals, and ceremonies, she went on to become a chanting master in her nunnery. Despite having witnessed tragedy and strife in her early years, she has transformed her suffering and pain into a life of compassion and understanding. She works towards the advancement of other women and nuns seeking a spiritual path. As she now joins us, Ani Choying will be singing. Her music is like a meditation session, so let's close our eyes and tune into her serene vibrations. Over to you, Anila.
Namo Ratnandraya Namo Arya Jana Sagaram Birochan Vyuhai Rajaya Tathangataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Namo Sarvadathangate Arahadembe Samyak Sambuddhembhyo Namo Arya Alokende Shvaraya Bodhisatoya Mahai Satoya Mahakarunika Taidyantam Daradara Dhiren Dhiren Durundurum Itte onte tsane tsane Praisane brasane Kusume kusumahari mene Sitte anjunaye mapanaye soha O mama rani zetaye so O mane peme hori Om Ahom Bhajar Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahom Bhajar Guru Pema Siddhi Bhajar Samayanja Siddhi Phala Om Bodhi Chitta Maha Sukhainjana Dato Om Rulu Rulu Joy Om Benja Saindo Om Mama Rane Zenda Yeso Om Mane Beme Hore Om Ahom Bhajar Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahom Bhajar Guru Pema Siddhi Bhajar Samayanja Siddhi Phala Om Bodhi Chitta Maha Sukhainjana Dato Om Rulu Rulu Joy Om Benja Saindo
Thank you so much, Anila. That
You're
was
welcome.
beautiful, wonderful, and I am convinced that the vibrations of your soulful melodies will definitely stay on with us for the rest of the day. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Bhavana Reddy, a national award-winning Kuchipudi Indian classical dancer who started her training when she was only 4 years old. She is the daughter of Raja Radha Reddy, director of Natya Tarangini. For almost 3 decades now, she has traveled all over the world performing on important occasions and prestigious venues, showcasing her dance form. She was invited to choreograph Kuchipudi and star in Stravinsky's Rite of Spring at the Walt Disney Concert Hall in Los Angeles. During the pandemic, she used her dance as a tool to heal and inspire through performances and workshops conducted with various embassies in India, including the US, Singapore, and Germany. Today, Bhavna has something very special planned for us. I'm excited. Let's take a look.
Namaskaram, dear friends. I'm very happy to be here. Sangeeta Didi I've known her since I was a child, and she's very special to me. And because of that, I feel a special and personal connection to this. Natat Jnanam Natat Shilpam, Nasa Kala Nasa Vidya, Nasa Yogo Natat Karma, Natyesmin Yenna Drishyate. There is no knowledge, nor sculpture, nor wisdom, nor art or yoga or action in which dance is not seen. I am grateful to be part of this beautiful, rich cultural heritage of the Kuchipudi Indian classical dance form. In fact, Kuchipudi used to be performed by traveling bards who would travel from village to village and share the views of the commoners to the kings, and so on and so forth. So like this, they would express this news and views in different languages for the public to understand. Today, I will be expressing the views of George Harrison and Michael Jackson to appeal to the world, to everybody of all generations. George Harrison expresses the want to know him, to see him, and considers Krishna to be the supreme guru. His followers are freed from the root cause of all anxiety by reawakening our natural, eternal spiritual happiness. Kindly see My Sweet Lord, followed by Heal the World. And a special thanks to my musician friends, Dennis Nilsson and Sandy Chow, for the musical support. for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bhavana Reddy. Your graceful performance has definitely left us all wanting more. Let's continue this exhilarating musical experience by now inviting Kanika Kapoor to take over with her magical singing. Trained in Indian classical music, Kanika Kapoor has gained unprecedented recognition and popularity for her songs and performances on stage. She's made her mark in Bollywood as a playback singer and has even won the Filmfare Award for Female Best Playback Singer. A versatile artist, Kanika, who was born and raised in Lucknow, has a wide repertoire of work which includes popular Hindi songs, bhajans, Sufi music, and folk songs. Without further ado, Kanika, stage is yours.
Bolo Ram,
Ram Ram bolo Ram Ram bolo Ram Ram bolo Ram.
He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, He Ram. तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है.
तू ही पिता है.
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है. तू ही तो राधा का श्याम. हे राम, हे राम, हे राम, हे राम. तू ही बिगाड़े, तू ही सवारे.
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 इस जग के सार का. हे राम, हे राम, हे राम, हे राम. मुक जान देने जिस्म ता, पर आत्मा अमर है. जीते अंग संग प्रभु है. ओनु फेर किस दा डर है. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. एही नाम है सहारा. एही नाम है आधारा. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. एही नाम है सहारा. एही नाम है आधारा. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. सतनाम श्री वाहे गुरु. हे राम, हे राम, हे राम, हे राम.
राम राम बोलो राम. राम बोलो राम. राम
Thank you, Kanika. What a beautiful rendition that was. Now, I would like to invite someone who, despite his massive global fan following, still remains a very humble and approachable human being. Shri M is a spiritual guide, social reformer, environment crusader, educationist, and best-selling author. I know, I read his books too, and in fact, I loved his stories so much that I actually just wanted to go and stay with him for 3 months. But now I get to meet him here virtually, so I'm very excited. His is a fascinating story of a young Muslim boy born in Thiruvananthapuram who went on to become a yogi and found his true calling when he met his guru in the Himalayas. Shri M is a popular teacher and has been invited to many institutions like the World Health Organization, the United Nations Office in Switzerland, the World Bank in the United States of America, and the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He was conferred with the Padma Bhushan in January 2020. We are indeed blessed to be in the presence of this venerable master. Without wasting any more time, we hand it over to you, sir.
The summit is open? Okay, so I have just half an hour. So the beginning of the summit, I'll chant for a few minutes and then talk to you. Thank you, Kanika Kapoor. No, sorry. Thank you, the MC, Mona.
Ramona.
Huh?
Thank you.
What's that? Say that again.
Ramona. Thank you.
No, Mona. Okay.
Ramona.
I'm sorry. So thank you very much for the short and sweet introduction. I've been watching the whole program. Very nice. So let me start with something to do with wellness and rejuvenation. It's an ancient Sanskrit chant that has been around for maybe, at a conservative estimate, 1,000 years or 1,500 years. Very conservative estimate, could go further up. And the chant is very much what we are aiming to do in this summit. And I'm very glad that this is taking place and people are coming together from them. I particularly enjoyed the beautiful chanting of Ani Choying Drolma. It was very beautiful. So, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhapat bhavet. I will also add loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. So, it simply means, in a nutshell, may the whole world be happy. Let there be no suffering. And may there be peace everywhere. I mean, this is, and it's not confined to any particular locality. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu means may there be happiness and end of suffering all over the globe. It's a very global chant. Sanskrit is a global language, actually. You don't have to give it any denominations or tilts. It's a great language. Anyway, so this is in contrast to what we have gone through the last 1.5 years. A lot of suffering. Ma dukkhavat bhavet. Let us not have any sadness and sorrow is the chant. But we have gone through great sorrow, great pain. Near and dear ones disappear suddenly. So it's a difficult situation. Well, we can only say that less number of people disappeared from the earth than in the 1918 Spanish flu. But then still it remains. And then we all bounded back again. So in spite of that, it was terrible all over the world. Everything has been affected. Economy, work, relationships, above all the mind. So I understand that I very much appreciate the word used, rejuvenate, spiritual summit. We need to rejuvenate now. In ancient Ayurveda and yogic sciences, there's something called Kaya Kalpa, nothing to do with the Kaya clinics, Kaya Kalpa, where one rejuvenates oneself. So we need to now look at two things. One is how we suffered, why we suffered, how can we get out of this time now. I am personally very positive that very soon the COVID-19, which is also getting very tired now, will wind up and go home. Well, maybe it will be lurking somewhere in some hidden corners, and we are careful, it cannot touch us. So, having said that, we have to follow all the instructions given by the WHO as well as all the health authorities to be not affected by it, at least in the future. Social distancing, wearing masks for some time at least. No harm. Jain monks have been wearing a mask for 1,000 years. Nothing has happened. They're fine. Their health is perfectly okay. And that may also prevent us from talking too much, which is also good. So, and washing our hands, keeping us clean for another 1,000 years. I'm saying again 1,000 years because it's ancient, nothing new. People have been greeting each other with namaskara. It's a wonderful symbol. You don't have to hug some. Don't right now. You may after a while, but not now. Namaskar is a beautiful greeting. It means you and I are together. Hearts are together. It's a beautiful greeting. Please, it has nothing to do with religion. It means you and I are together. The other day I saw a video. Even Prince Charles was doing namaskar because there's no shake hands now. So it's not a bad thing. So what I'm trying to say that in spite of all the suffering we've gone through and the negativity which has happened to us, if you look at it positively, it has brought about a great deal of change in us. We have learned to sit quiet and find out what's wrong, which was not possible when we were so busy from morning till evening. And when we are not working, we are on social media. I'm nothing against social media. Without social media, this would not have been possible. I agree. But too much of, being caught up, and the mind then forgets how to remain quiet. And without a quiet mind, there is no peace. Very important to note. So I want to give you a little metaphor, or a metaphor. You know the little caterpillar that crawls on the mud. We all see different kinds of caterpillars. One day it decides to go into solitude. Maybe biological instinct. So it goes and bites on a particular leaf. With the silk moth, then usually it's the, I don't know what that leaf is called. So it goes and bites itself and then starts weaving a cocoon around it, this little caterpillar. And then it remains in the cocoon in the dark for some time till it matures. And then breaks the cocoon and flies out. And what do you see? A beautiful butterfly with colorful wings floating up in the sky where the caterpillar was moving in the earth, in the mud, in the muck. So I want to say that this period which you've gone through, this tough period we've gone through, let's use it as a tool to rejuvenate ourselves and sprout colorful wings. This little time we got, let's say it's like the cocoon that the caterpillar is woven around it. This is the time we have got to contemplate, to think, to find out how to become better in as the next step. So that's why when people say, oh, this lockdown, isolation, I said, fine, I agree, but change the word a bit and call it solitude. Don't say lockdown, isolation, say solitude. Why? Because even when there is no such pandemic, since ancient times, monks belonging to all orders, yogis belonging to all religions, all orders, the Sufis, the Buddhist monks, uh, they they have all at some point or the other found time to shut themselves up in a deliberate voluntary lockdown. I would call it solitude, living in solitude. So what does living in solitude do? It changes your whole view of life. It teaches you, especially if you're armed with some certain yogic techniques, pranayam, or even music, it arms you to face the new world when you come out in a completely different way. Where there was darkness, you see the rainbow. But that staying in is required. And now this pandemic has provided us with that time. I don't know how well we utilized it. So when this happens, what I suggested to many people, I was online throughout the pandemic because there was no way going out, which was good in a way, that consider this. I know I accept the negative side, sorrow, pain, people die, but look at the other side. This is the time you get to rejuvenate yourself, to move forward, to find out that it is not only the outside world that matters, that there's a treasure inside us, which we normally do not turn and look at. There was a yogi who walked in the streets of Jerusalem 1,000 years ago. He said something very interesting. He said, lay treasures in your heart where thieves do not break in and steal. This is St. Mark's Gospel according to St. Mark's New Testament. And this for 1,000 years or more in this country we have been saying happiness is in you. If the mind changes, if you understand of the existence of a soul in us, which is infinite bliss and infinite power, then from there the mind rejuvenates and the body rejuvenates. It's not the other way around. You see this difference in the ancient teachings? You rejuvenate from inside, not so much from outside. Of course, asanas are there which can keep your body fit. Pranayam is there to balance your pranic energies. Meditation is there to make your mind quiet and tranquil under all circumstances. Sarvatra samabuddhaya, under all circumstances. And then from there, the next jump is to touch the essence of your being, which, as the Upanishad describes, is by itself complete. It says, the Upanishad says, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamaduchyate, Purnasya, Purnamataya, Purnameva Vashishyate. That source from which we come is complete. It has everything that if the body goes, also it doesn't go. It's immortal. That's the source. The good news is Purnamidam. This is also complete. We don't see it because we are always incomplete. And we are trying to fulfill that because we are empty, we want to fill it. But the fullness is right inside us in our hearts. This is this is the basis of rejuvenation. Nothing else. So from there, when we understand this, that the essence of being is in us, and the essence of being is in everybody, man or woman, young or old, this nation or that nation, it doesn't matter. It's global. This inner essence of consciousness is what we need to turn back to. This is what we are looking for. And this is the right time to do that because we have seen this world now and seen how suffering can come at any time. And the immortal element in us always is there, eternally there. First step. And from there, the mind becomes rejuvenated because it becomes positive. Strength doesn't come from anywhere outside. It is inside us. Like Swami Vivekananda said, realization grows from within like a lotus bloom. Nothing from outside is going to help. It's from inside. And this work of the teacher, the job of the teacher only is to point out instead of turning out, turn inside and look. And this particular phase we have passed through has provided ample opportunities to do that. If we only do that, then there is a complete rejuvenation of the inner and the outer. We should start with that. Then, of course, I would suggest as a practical step that everybody eats proper food, because I'm a yogi, so I need to give some advice. Eat proper food, which means don't eat too much or don't eat too little. Try to plant as many trees as possible. We have something called a Maitri, which means it's my tree and it's also Maitri, friendship. It's not enough to plant trees because trees are what makes us survive. Oxygen comes because of the trees. Fresh air is because of the trees. Don't get too accustomed to sitting in the AC all the while and circulating the same air again and again. Open your windows, but then there are no trees, you get only the fumes of the petrol engines or the diesel engines, whatever. So planting of trees, environment, Aushadaya Shanti, Vana Shanti, these are all ancient chants. So if we can live environmentally conscious and what best we can to keep it steady without deteriorating, eat proper diet, which means moderation in everything. Entertainment may be essential, but also moderation in entertainment. If one can follow this procedure, and then take up a few asanas to be practiced every day. You can also do other exercises, not necessarily asanas, but I practice asanas from the age of 10 till today. I'm 72 now. I've been practicing asanas and pranayam, and believe me, neither inside nor outside, except for my gray hair, I feel I'm old. Why? Because there is a constant source of energy inside, which everybody can have. This is my message. It's not as if I have the source of energy. Every one of you has that source of energy. So physical exercise, good food, proper environment, and of course the understanding that all power, energy, and peace comes from within. Now this power is not opposed to peace. Usually power is opposed to peace. It's like, I want to be powerful, if I don't mind doing anything. No, this is a natural power that is your own essence, my own essence. It's in me. I don't have to fight or become violent to get there. I can go deep within and see that there's a light shining. And this light, may it rejuvenate us from within and follow all the rules that are required outside: fresh air, exercise, good food, and so on. Both have to be together. Why? Because if you're only on the physical side, if something like this happens, what happened for 1.5 years, now you're down, broken. I don't know what to do. I'm going to die. Nobody is going to die actually. That's a different matter. You say, I don't want to go into philosophy. But if one can reach that inner, then the chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, may the whole world be happy, becomes really practicable. It's not just a theory, it's not just a chant. And if I may add also here, beautiful music, because music has no language. I didn't understand Tibetan, but I really enjoyed the chanting of Drolma. When somebody plays a flute in Vrindavan, the gopis don't have to understand the language. They enjoy the music. Listen to Beethoven. I really appreciate Bhavana Reddy with her fusion Kuchipudi. There was Western music and she was doing that. We need this now. We need to change. I'm not saying everybody should do fusion dance, but we need to change. So with this, I think my session is about to end. So may I pray and give you all good wishes that this Rejuvenate Spiritual Summit would be a successful enterprise to make people understand the positivity of nature. They call it the Positivity Project. Yes, we are that supreme reality actually. Hold on to that and it's in your heart. With this, I'm stopping my talk. Thank you very much. They said, what we must do was the subject given to me. the changing world. So I think I have said enough. Other people have to now take over and talk. So thank you very much. Namaskar. Good morning. Sat Shri Akal. Salam.
Thank you so much, Shriyam. It was truly an honor to hear these inspiring words from you. Everything from within. Thank you, everyone, for joining us from various parts of the world. We have 3 days of talks, discourses, and conversations for the yoga of mind, body, and soul. We urge you to make full use of the time these world-renowned speakers are offering us. We will see you once again at 11:15 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. Before we commence with the first session of the day, here's presenting a video from the Bodhgaya Temple Management Committee. Thank you very much.